What's going on? Johnny Fish here, checking in from a city park. Okay, we're in a medium-sized city. I mean, it's a fairly sized city. It's not huge, but it's a big city. We're gonna walk through this park. It's beautiful. We're absolutely lucky and blessed to have it. It's an awesome place for easygoing recreation. Mowed, clean. I mean, this was here before the city was. There's some big timber in here, big cottonwoods, big sycamores. We're gonna be checking them all out, but definitely in the heart of an urban environment, no doubt. Just beyond the creek on this side is apartments and shopping centers and miles of concrete pathways also. Super utilized every day, all year long, even in the middle of winter. It's a beautiful place. We're lucky to have it. Let's peek in here, see what we see. On them, boom, one. I see one. I see two. It's honeysuckle in here, but very thickety, meaning young, small stuff, just crowding and choking each other and creating chaos in the ground. Comboed with that with the sycamore. Look at that dark morel, big dark gray. That's one of the nicer morels I've found this year, as far as color, as far as deep, rich, brown, chocolatey, dark color, and for the size, yeah. The other one I see is not as big. That is a beauty. It's cold. 36 degrees last night. High of 68 today. This one's not as big, but same species and quality. Little bit drier edges, but it's just because he's smaller. Oh man, tickled. Yeah, urban environment, city park. They're there. We're in the woods. There's gonna be morels. Okay. Just gotta cover that ground, keep walking, keep looking. Got the lucky bag, canvas bag. I should have brought a mesh bag today, because I'm not really gonna be dragging and stomping through the woods. I could have handled using a mesh bag out here today, but this is my lucky bag. If you guys don't know, story goes, my firstborn, my son, 20 years ago, when he was born, he's like a year old. My wife at the time went to the local library, and they were handing out stuff, you know, there at the public library, and they got that. She picked that up at the library when my son was an infant. Anyway, it was a few weeks later. I was somewhere, it was like in a grocery store parking lot, and I walked down beside this willowy, wet ditch between asphalt jungle and looked down in there. I seen a couple morels, and it was, you know, like 15 or whatever, enough to go back to the car and get a bag. And she was in the store or something. I went back to the car to look for something to put morels in, and I found that bag, and it was brand new. It had like local, like when she went to the library, some kind of local event, and there was flyers and stuff in the bag. You know, it was like something the library gave you, full of literature and pamphlets and flyers about local events and stuff like that or whatever. And I dumped that out in the trunk and took this bag, and I've had it ever since. And that year, the next time I went, I took the bag with me again, and I filled it up in like half an hour in the woods. And it always goes with me on the first mushroom pick of the year, always, no matter what. And I just use it that one time usually. But it's hauled. Back in the day, I used to carry it a lot, all the time, and it's hauled more mushrooms than most men will ever see in real life. In just those few years that I did use it, it's been filled up and hauled through the woods many times. And I'll sell it to you for $1 million because it gets them. Path here, a nice little mountain bike jump right here. Down this path here, there's some big cottonwoods. A few right here. They've done some recent brush hogging. Anytime you see where where anybody along the edge of timber, along the edge of a pasture, in a park, at your house, wherever, anytime they've done some brush hogging recently, removed a lot of looks like honeysuckle out of here, honeysuckle stumps. You see the gray leafed up. Big cottonwood right there. Big one, and a whole mix. There's an elm tree that's peeling open. And there's thousands of dead elm trees in here. There's a dead elm tree every 5 feet, and it's that way everywhere in my timber. There's not a whole lot of reason for me to walk elm tree to elm tree, because there's just dead ones everywhere. That guy is in such good condition. Grade A, prime, premium. It's just perfect. And a welcome sight, because some of mine this year for the last 2 weeks have been wind burnt. Just perfect. Okay. Definitely a keeper. See what else we got. Definitely an old urban environment. There's pieces of brick there. Probably hear the sirens in the background. Concrete. There's dirt bricks and concrete piled up all around that big old cottonwood. Elm tree right there. It's got some peely branches. I peered off in here and I saw a stump. Morel stump right there. There's another one. Nice little blondie. Wow. Great condition. Yeah, there's 2 more stumps back in there. So little patch here. So cold. Great shape. It's so moist. Almost feels oily on the surface. Alright, bet we can find another one right in here. There's that many stumps there. Found that one. Gotta be another one. Blow them spores out. Those couple whiffs of air, if there was spores in there that were loose and ready to come out, they came out. I doubt that moist freshie had any sporedom though. Could be. I doubt it. Another totally dead, peeled, open elm. I just walk along. There's no use of, I'm not going in there and walking circles around every elm tree. You could spend 6 hours doing that in here and only move 50 feet. They're everywhere. There's a peeling open elm tree there. There's an elm tree right there in front of me in the center of the camera. There's a peeling open dead one right there. There's one right there. They're just everywhere. Just big cottonwood, double stemmed right there. Huge mounds of asphalt, concrete here. Okay, I don't know if you can see back in there in the distance. Probably not. There's huge pieces of rubble here. These chunks of concrete are huge. And I see a big yellow sore thumb right down in the low dip right here between mounds of this stuff. The big golden baseball down there. Gotta figure out how to get in there. I guess I can just walk up over this. I just don't want to slip. There's rebarb sticking out of this stuff all over. Pretty good sized shroom. You guys see it yet? The sunlight looks pretty reflective. I doubt you can see it. Oh, wow. Ooh, ouch. Oh. Kind of a weirdo. It's kind of weird. Kind of dry. I'll take him. Next to this cottonwood. We're literally down in this pit of concrete rubble, surrounded by it. And these are huge chunks of concrete here. They certainly wouldn't fit in a wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow of morels. What do we got? What is it? What is it? Huh! Yes! I've always wanted one of these. Yeah, when you're looking for morels, always look for the big mountain bike jumps. It's key. We've got another area here where you can see this had been cleared recently. Maybe you can't, but you can kind of tell visually that they come here in through here and cut some trees down and brush hogged it. It's kind of opened up here a little bit. Maybe you can or can't tell. I don't know. There's a trail right here. But anyway, a couple big cottonwoods there. And once again, wherever some clearing's been done or disruption in the ground, it's causing chaos down below, and it's a good chance of finding a morel, like one. It looks gorgeous. Feels a little dry at first. Yep. Little staining on the stem. It's all good. We'll take them on home. We'll eat that dude real quick like. Okay, I got a couple out here. They're in the park that we picked the morels at, and I'm going to give them to them. They said they'd like to try some morels, and they're out here picking some violets and wild ramps. Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day, okay? Concrete jungle, literally. Get out of here.